Hello there folks, Bonkekook here, back with another 1000G achievement walkthrough. As you can see from the screen there, we're taking a look at the game Corpse Party. Real quick, I'm going to hop into a menu, because if I don't, the game is going to replay the opening cutscene over and over. It is developed by Team Gris/Mages there, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, and it was published by XSEED Games/Marvelous USA Incorporated and Marvelous Europe Limited. This was a PSP game. Real quick, I'm going to hop into a menu. This was a PSP game that initially released, I think, back in 2013. That's when I played it for the first time. Back when I had a bit of a horror kick and loved horror stuff, and this was one of the few games that I played that had a lasting impression on me that actually grossed me out a bit. So if that interests you, I highly recommend you take a look at a full walkthrough for the game. We're not going to be doing that for those of you that follow along with me. My walkthroughs are designed to get you through the games as quickly as possible. So if you are interested in the story, feel free to find another walkthrough to do that. This one is for those of you that just want to get through the game as quickly as possible. But this game was ported over to the Xbox in October of 2021, and you can purchase it for $19.99. Of course, your currency is going to vary by your region. This is basically a grisly horror point-and-click game, mostly a visual novel. There's a ton of text to read through, and so the completion estimate is going to vary wildly depending on if you're planning on reading, if you're planning on doing everything, if you're trying to skip everything. You can see in the option menus there are message speed and message skip options, and they are available right away. So for those of you that want to get this done quickly and just get the gamer score, we should be able to get through the game pretty quickly. There are 50 achievements for 1000G. The estimate on true achievements right now is 10 to 12 hours. The walkthrough that is written on true achievements is 20 to 25. And if you look at how long this video takes, it's probably going to be between the 2.5 to 3 hour mark, although it could be less than that. Each chapter takes about 20-25 minutes to do, and then we'll have to do the extra chapters and one replay of a partial save file for our final achievement to get all of our achievements. So I'm thinking it'll take about 3 hours. More than likely, if you're following along with me, it'll be closer to 4 or 5 because you might have to pause the video or run it slower. Just an FYI, I never like those walkthroughs that say, oh yeah, it's going to take you 2 hours because the video is 2 hours. And then, you know, you have to slow the video down to watch it. It's going to take you a little bit longer than that. If you knew everything that I do, you could probably get the game 1000 in, 2 hours. But more than likely, following along with what I'm doing, it's going to take you 3 to 4, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how fast you pick up, the kind of the layout of the area we're going to be in. The layout does change quite regularly, although the landmarks do tend to stay the same. We'll cover that once we get into the game, but more than likely, again, you're looking at under 4 or 5 hours to get your 1000G. The video is going to take us 3 hours or less to record, but it's going to take a little bit longer to follow along. And I will be stopping every once in a while to explain things as we go through. So we'll see how long the video actually runs for. I have no idea. I'm recording it right now. Most of the achievements are very straightforward. Anything you miss can be gotten afterward using the chapter select. Make sure that if you do trigger an ending that you let the ending play out until you're back to this main menu. That the game has like a global a save file that keeps track of what endings you've gotten, what name tags you've gotten, and all of that. So if you do die, just let it happen. Especially if you're following along with me, because I warn you when to make temporary saves if we're going to go into an area where you might die, or permanent saves as we go through the chapters. So even if you do die, you won't have a lot to make up. So let the endings play out. It will count towards the ending achievement. It's not that big of a deal. And I've saved a specific ending at the end of the game to unlock the ending achievement, which I'll explain why I did that in a second here. The only confusing achievements are for the name tags and the endings. However, you don't even need to get 50% of either of them to get the achievements. There are over 80 name tags, and you only need 30 for the achievement. And there are, I think, 54 total endings in the game, and you only need 15 for the achievement. A bit of note about both of those, however. The name tag one has the final chapter has 40 name tags. We only need 30 for the achievement. There is a spot in the final chapter that has 10 name tags in the same room. I'm not going to spoil or talk about that, but I do want to point that out, because if you do get through to chapter 4 where the walkthrough unlocks the achievement and you don't have it, you don't have to stress. You can walk into bodies and interact with them as we go through if you want to. Otherwise, that room in chapter 5 will give you 10 more. So just keep that in mind. You should unlock the achievement with me if you're following along with me, but there's an extra 40 name tags in the final chapter as a buffer if you don't unlock it in chapter 4 with me. And as far as the endings go, the true endings count. So when you complete a chapter, that counts as an ending. So right away, we're getting 5 of the endings. That also counts the extra chapter endings, and we have to do 9 of those for achievements, which means we're already up to 14 endings. We need to do a couple of specific wrong endings in the course of the game to unlock some extra chapters. So we're going to be doing those, and that'll get us over 15. However, the extra chapter endings cannot pop the achievement, so what we're going to be doing at the end is we'll be getting to like 18 endings, and then we'll reload a story save to get a wrong ending, which will pop the ending achievement. It's miscoded like that, where the endings from the extra chapters do count, but they won't pop the achievement, at least not in my experience. So I have tested this twice, and it's worked both times, so I'm confident in my method here. Other than that, I'm not going to be spoiling anything, but again, it's not intended as a full walkthrough. Others have made those. My goal is to explain how to get through the achievements as quickly as possible. We'll be skipping all the text with the X button, and we'll be using the temporary save system to get through things, and I'll explain the temporary save system later as quickly as possible. I've chosen the quickest endings to go through as well, other than the ones we need to finish for unlocking extra chapters at the end of the game. We go through the very quickest endings. I don't even know what word salad that was. We go through the quickest endings. I could research this and probably get the time frame down another 10 or 15 minutes, but it would take me hours to do that. So I'm not going to bother. This is a relatively quick way to do it. And again, we should be done within 3 hours. So go ahead from the main menu here, go into config, go down to message speed and select all, and then go to message skip and make sure it is on. Other than that, everything else is kind of a preference, whatever you want to do. Make sure you press B to back out. That saves your options. If you hit initialize, it resets everything. So we're going to go up to chapter select here. Go ahead and select chapter 1 and hit new. You'll notice we have 5 save slots along the right. We're only going to be in the chapters for about 20 minutes, so more than likely you won't need every save slot. Unless you are sharing your save data with someone else, make sure you're saving in a new slot every time. That way, if there is something you miss, you can just go back to the save slot and go get it. It's better to just save in every slot and have those separate save files available. So go ahead and hit A on new to start the chapter, and we do need to select yes at the beginning here to watch the opening, because there is an achievement, or are achievements tied to it. Press A to select yes, and you're going to start dialogue. Hold X, almost non-stop in this. X skips all the scenes and all the dialogue. very quickly. You can read if you want, but again, that's not the purpose of this walkthrough. You'll pop your first achievement here, one rainy day after school, and then you'll be in control of this dude here. Go ahead and walk up and to the right to the door, and another scene will play. After this scene, achievement number 2 will pop when the shaking stops. And there's going to be a lot of this throughout the game. These scenes right now are a little bit longer, but there will be a lot of shorter scenes that we have to go through as we go through the game. So honestly, just holding down the X button for the most part is worth doing the entire time. Another word of note, there actually isn't much time in this game where you're actively being pursued. I do let you know when those are happening so you're aware of them, but for the most part you can wander and explore. I don't recommend interacting with objects I don't tell you to interact with, because quite often the game will just murder you because you do that, or it'll set in motion an ending that we're not pursuing, etc. So try not to, if you're going to follow me, do exactly what I do. And finally, we've regained control here, and the achievement should pop there. There it is. And now we're going to walk up into the left, into the corner between these two chairs here, and you'll get a little scene about your classmate. Walk back down into the right, exiting to the southeast. Just a quick note, I do switch between up, down, left, right, and north, south, east, and west a lot. I apologize for that, but I mean, it is a top-down view, so those are the easiest directions to point out. But I will be switching between saying go north and go up quite regularly, and I'm sorry for that. Walk north, follow the dark hallway up. You'll get a quick scene, and then enter the doorway on the left. Walk into your classmate. Excuse me. After the scenes here, you're going to get kind of an intro room where you can interact with classmates to get to know them better. If you really want to do that, feel free, but we're just going to exit to the bottom of the room right away. So go ahead and walk down and right and exit. Choose yes to get out. And then I'm just going to assume that you're holding the X button from now on. I'm not going to be telling you to skip everything. If text pops up, hold the left or the X button to skip it. Exit to the northeast here for a scene. And then we're going to walk south to the other entrance. Go inside. Walk all the way left along the bottom here. And then you're going to interact with a loose board. Hit yes to pick it up, and we're going to exit to the east/southeast here, and walk all the way north past the other classroom entrance to a gap in the floor. You're going to hit A on the gap and choose try it to place the board. That'll unlock achievement number 3, first time item user. And we're going to walk north and turn right before the big doorway to enter the damaged classroom door here. We're going to walk left and up, and a scene will play. And then we're going to walk up and to the right. Oh, I apologize. We're going to interact with the bone. The bone's over here. That's my bad. Interact with the bones for a long scene that will... you have to choose the dialogue option here. And you'll eventually end up out in the hallway. That is my apologies. I'm trying to follow my notes, and I'm a horrible writer. Go back into the classroom here. We're going to go back over to the bones, and we're going to interact with the body here. And that'll get you your first name tag. I'm not going to say out the names, mostly because I would probably butcher them. But even if I get the names wrong, you have a general idea where the bodies are because you're following along with me. We're going to walk over to the candle and make a save here. This will pop achievement number 4, the first candle, just for interacting with it, I believe. You might have to save there, I don't know. Either way, make a save, it's not a bad idea. And then press B to back out. And we're going to walk to the northwest corner here, interact with this cabinet on the right once, and then a second time for achievement number 5, Spooked, for 1 gamer score. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but it'll all even out once we're done. We're going to walk to the east and exit through the doorway here. And then we're going to walk right. When I say walk to the right, avoid all of the holes in the floor. And then walk south at the intersection here to get a little scene. I can't imagine why. You're going to walk down, and before you enter the doorway to the south, you're going to notice a loose board on the right, so go ahead and interact with it. Press A, yes, to pick it up, and then enter the doorway to the south and follow the stairs down. When you exit up here, interact with the body to the northeast for name tag number 2, and we're going to walk left and follow the path as it turns north. Continue all the way north to the intersection, and then we're going to walk right and we're going to enter the left classroom door here. Immediately exit the room. We're going to walk to the right and enter the second classroom door. Immediately exit, and there will be a blue spirit out here. Go ahead and talk to the blue spirit, and then go back into the right door. Walk to the northwest corner here and interact with the remains. That'll get you name tag number 3. And now we need to go down. We're going to stand right here. Exactly where I am. You don't necessarily have to be facing the way I am, but press A and then say, I think so. And that will leave your partner there. We're going to go to the northeast door and exit, and then walk left and enter the classroom over here, and walk left to trigger a scene. You'll reunite with your friend, getting the item and unlocking achievement number 6, Fleeting Light. Exit to the northeast now. We're going to head left back to the intersection, and we need to go back where we came from. So we're going to head south. I almost said take a south. I don't think you can do that. You can just take a left or a right. You can't take a down or a south. Or take an east. I don't know. When you get back to this corner, head south to go up the stairs, and work your way around back up the staircase. Go past the gaps here, and we're going to interact with the door on the right. This is the infirmary. This will open the door, and then we're going to go inside. Walk to the right of the room and make a candle save. Again, make it in a new slot if you can. I highly recommend making it in a new slot just so you have the separate saves to go back to if something goes wrong. We're going to interact with this black thing here. I believe it's like a heater or a furnace. Yeah, space heater there. Hit yes to pick up a box of matches. We'll need those for later. And exit to the southwest. We're going to head north through the darkening hallway. And then when we get back to this intersection, we're going to head to the west. Ignore that door, but we'll be coming back to it. And when you get back to the damaged classroom door over here, enter it. We're going to make our way through, so walk left and down and back to the right to exit to the southeast. And then take a left and walk north into the opening to enter the staircase. Interact with the blue spirit and just walk left to grab this orb. Some of them you can step on to grab them. Some of them you have to press A to interact to pick up. I don't really have a complete knowledge of which is which, so try walking into them. If you can't pick it up, press A, and you should be able to get the items either way. That gives you the unknown key, so we're going to head back down the stairs and head right. We have to walk through the classroom again. So go ahead and left and go up, and then take a right. Walk to the right here and interact with this locked door, and then select enter to go inside. This next sequence requires a specific sequence of items to unlock the door, or I think it does have a timer if you don't do things exactly the way I do, just an FYI. But as long as you follow along with what I do, you should get through this the same way I do. If not, wander around and keep interacting with things, walking across this area here to get the first trigger, and then you should be able to walk up to the door to open it, and you'll see that in the video here. Anyways, interact with the gray paper, and you'll get locked in. Go ahead and walk up and interact with the door. Walk left and interact with this right section of the blackboard. Walk to the left and interact with the window here. Go down and interact with the body. I do it twice just to be safe. I think you do need to do it twice. Go down and interact with the paper again to find it's different. Go down and interact with the unlit candle, and then walk up and interact with the door again. And then walk to the left and straight down, all the way and back up. And that should trigger this scene where your character shouts, "There's no way out." After this scene triggers, walk up towards the door, and there's suddenly a way out. Before you leave, though, go back to the left and interact with the body for name tag number 4 of 30, and exit to the northeast. You'll get a quick scene here, and we're going to walk right afterwards and head up, placing the loose board in the gap with A, and then choose try it. Then go north into the door and go up the stairs. We're going to have a quick scene there, but check the remains on your right here. That's name tag number 5 of 30, and walk left. We're going to be in this area of the school quite a bit. The door on the right here is the boys' restroom. The one on the left is the girls'. We only go into the boys' restroom once, but we go into the girls' restroom a lot, so keep that in mind. Almost every time we're up here, we go into the left restroom. So walk left, go into the girls' restroom. Immediately exit. Walk down and to the right, and as you're exiting, a scene triggers, Walk to the right and try to go up the stairs to be stopped, and then you're going to walk back to the left and re-enter the women's restroom. Walk to the left for a scene, exit the bathroom, and we're going to leave the floor. This time it'll allow us to go to the big doorway and go down the stairs. You get a quick scene on the stairs and then continue down. And now we're going to walk south, and we're going to get another scene over here. And then keep walking south and enter the infirmary. So this next section is going to be your first boss of sorts. You can get a bad ending here, and I'm going to kind of stop and explain things a little bit here. First, go up to the northwest beds for a pretty long scene here. Again, there's a lot to cover before the next boss. What you're going to do is you're going to walk down to the door and interact with it. You can also feel free to save here if you want. We're going to use the temporary save system. But interact with the door and walk right. Feel free to save at that candle if you want to. Walk up to the right of the heater and back around and interact with the door again to find that it's, latticed with hair. Walk to the right and you'll get a scene where the lights go. You might have to go up there. And now you're going to press Y and use a temp save. So hit A to make a temp save. Every chapter has one temp save slot, and you overwrite it as you go through and make new temp saves. So don't use this as something you're going to come back to. We use them in case we're entering into a boss or an area where we might die, or when we go for some of the bad endings, we may be making temp saves ahead of those as well. So Each chapter, as I said, has its own slot for it, so if you temp save in Chapter 2, you're not overwriting your Chapter 1 temp save. And the extra chapters, every single one has a single, shares a single temp save slot, just an FYI. With that out of the way, go ahead and create the temp save, and now I gotta go over the boss. So you're gonna be chased throughout this room by an NPC. The AI is very simple. It just tries to get to the square that you're on. It'll go up and down depending on where you are, and it actually follows the same patterns. Once you've played the game a lot, you'll be able to manipulate the AI fairly well. This spot isn't too difficult. You don't die immediately when touched. You can actually get hit 4 times before you die. As long as you don't die, you're fine. If you do die, let the scene play out and return to the main menu. And then when you're at the main menu, you'll choose resume and then your chapter 1 slot, and it will reload your temp save that we made here. So just an FYI, I wanted to cover that so you know what to do if you do end up dying here. To reload temp saves, instead of going into the chapter select menu, you actually go to resume and choose whatever chapter's temp save you want to load. It doesn't hurt you if you do end up dying. You do get an extra ending. It's not that big of a deal. In fact, it might pop the achievement earlier for you. If you want to let it happen, feel free. But we're going to be trying to avoid this person. This person will spawn in and will be chasing us. We have to go to the door at the bottom left, and we will try to light a match to burn the hair. We'll then have to go to the upper right corner where the white cabinet is and get rubbing alcohol. And then we'll return to the door, light it on fire, and exit. And this NPC will be chasing us the whole time. I'm sorry, before I continue, there are 7 trap squares on the floor. There's one, I believe, right where I'm standing here. There's one to the bottom right next to the 2 wood gaps there. And there's 2 spaces up and 1 to the right, and then 1 down and 1 to the right from where I am. This little section in the middle has a lot of them. And then there's 3 blocking the path to the right. So you don't want to go down to the right where the candle is when you're trying to get to the cabinet, or else you'll get trapped in that corner. If that does happen, there's a bit of a glitch, and I'll try to show it to you in this boss scene, where you can actually walk toward the boss and get through it without taking damage, but it isn't reliable, just an FYI. I guess the frames have to line up perfectly for it to work, and I haven't been able to make it happen every time. So it's something that's kind of a last resort. If you think you're going to die, feel free to try to time it to walk through it, and I will show you what I mean when we get into the boss fight here. But let's go ahead and trigger the boss to pop in. So we're going to walk to the right and up, and then walk right here to get pushed back. We're going to go down, and we're going to have a little scene, and we're end up down below along the south wall. You're going to want to hold left and walk to the door. Hit yes to try to burn the hair. That's not going to work. So walk to the right, and you're going to see we're running into the trap squares here. Those are the 4 trap squares. They don't damage you if you walk to them, and neither you nor the boss can get through them. If you want to play it safe, you can just stand there and let the boss get trapped. Now you can walk over to this cabinet without a concern in the world. And grab the rubbing alcohol. And if we go down, you'll see those are where the other 3 are. We're going to try to time the boss here. So as you can see, once you get used to it, it's pretty easy to time it. You can see right there, we just went through the boss without taking damage. Yeah, I don't know why this works. As you can see, I just wanted to show you that, where you can actually walk through the boss and not take damage. So we died there. We're going to get an ending here. And I'll just show you how to reload your temp save, just for future reference if this does happen. But I wanted to show off that sequence where you can actually time it to walk through the boss. It can happen. I haven't been able to time it perfectly to make it happen every time. But we're going to go ahead at the main menu, hit resume, and you'll see we have a chapter 1 slot. That's our temp save. And we're going to reload it. And now we're going to redo the boss fight. So we'll walk up, get pushed back, walk down, and then hold left to walk to the door. Again, you might have already done this. Hit yes. Well, we're going to walk up to the right. Again, I like to trigger all these squares just so that I know where they are. Grab the rubbing alcohol and try to get the boss to come up so that you can trap them there, and then go down to the left, hit yes. That will burn the hair and you will escape, unlocking achievement number 7, hairy situation, during the scene. Once the scene plays out, you're going to... you can choose either dialogue. I choose the top one. Try to follow along with my dialogue choices, because choosing different options can change the gameplay a little bit. But I always choose the top one there. Once you get control, walk to the left, and we're going to choose yes. And once you gain control up here, we're going to walk to the left and enter the women's restroom. You can tell which stall to interact with as you walk left. Go ahead and interact. This is kind of the intro to how gruesome this game can be. We're going to walk to the right to exit the bathroom, and then walk right to grab the bucket here and go back into the bathroom. Go ahead and interact with the 4th stall again. You're going to unlock achievement number 8, a leg up, and this completes the chapter. Once the scene plays out, you're going to unlock achievement number 9 as well, let's make up. And at the end of every chapter here, you'll get unlock notifications. So as you can see, we've unlocked chapter 2, and we unlocked extra chapter number 1. You can press A again to advance back to the title screen, and there you go. There's our first chapter done. For progress notes, we should be at 5 name tags, 1 ending. You might be at 2 if you let the boss kill you like I did there, but that's not required. Technically, in my walkthrough, you don't let that happen, but 9 achievements, then first 71 out of 1,000 gamer score. That ending doesn't really make much of a difference whether you got it or not. I just wanted to show you that little sequence of trying to walk through the NPCs, which can come in handy. So whenever you're ready, go ahead. We're going to start chapter 2. So go ahead and chapter select chapter 2. Just an FYI, it took us about 20 minutes to do that chapter, so that's about where I figured we would be, even with the explanations. That is a pretty short chapter. So go ahead and hit New. You can skip the opening, so select No here. And once you regain control, head south and enter the doorway on your left. The school's layout changes slightly every playthrough. Even jumping between characters in the same chapter, sometimes the floors will lay out a little bit differently. So just keep that in mind as you're going through. If you are interested in the story, I'm not going to spoil that by explaining why it's like that. Just keep in mind that generally the locations will be in similar spots, but the floors might be a little bit different to try to get to them. Walk left into this room here, and interact with the purple orb and select yes to pick it up. That gives you a power stone. As you walk right, you're going to be stopped by a classmate, and choose give it to Shinozaki. Go ahead and exit to the southeast. Then we're going to walk all the way north and enter the stairway above. Go ahead and grab the purple orb here to get the 3A key, and then return downstairs. We're going to walk to the right, ignore the classroom doors here. We want nothing to do with those. And we're going to go into the third one over here, which is locked. Interact with it, and then walk up to go inside. We're going to walk up to get a scene, then continue up, and try to exit out the door for another scene. When the dialog pops up, choose Spare My Students. That will unlock achievement number 10 of 50, Self-Sacrifice. And you're going to get some text here with the teacher, and then you're going to be back with 2 students. When you gain control, we're going to exit to the east-northeast there, and then walk south to get to a staircase. Excuse me. When you walk down in the staircase, a scene will trigger, unlocking achievement number 11, Good Thinking. You can save here if you want. Again, I recommend using different save slots as you go through. Then exit down the staircase. We're going to follow the path to the right here. And at the intersection, we're going to head north for a scene. Again, watch out for the floors. I was watching my guide and walked straight into a dead end. So walk north here. Once you get to the gap here, with all the bones, you're going to get a scene, and afterwards we're going to interact with all 4 of them. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Those are name tags 6, 7, 8, and 9 out of 30. We're going to keep heading north here, take a left, take a west at the intersection here, and interact with the pile of red bones. Then interact with them again to get name tag number 10. You do have to interact twice to get that name tag. Interact with the papers down below here. I gotta explain these real quickly. These are victims' memoirs. Every chapter has 5 of these, and picking them up triggers a bad ending. We skipped it in Chapter 1 because some of the memoirs were out of the way. In Chapter 2 here, they are along the path, so we're going to go ahead and get them. You do have to read them in order. Victims' Memoirs number 2 will not spawn until number 1 has been read, and same with victim number 3 won't spawn until you've read number 2, etc. So if you can't find the memoirs, and they're not where they are in my playthrough here, that means you somehow didn't interact with the previous one. So go ahead and interact with the memoirs and read it. And then when you're done, we're going to go straight up into the classroom. You're going to get a scene here, and we're going to walk to the left. And when the ghost pops in, go ahead and make a temp save. So press Y and create the temporary save. As long as you don't make eye contact with the ghost anywhere up and down in that section below him, you're fine. You can walk left and right all in front of him all day. It's when you would go from below him and look up that you're going to die. So just don't do that. Walk past him and go down to the left to grab the nail puller. Select yes. And again, we're going to walk in front of the ghost. So walk to the right. Make sure you don't make eye contact. And exit the room. Excuse me. We're going to walk to the right here. And at the intersection, we're going to head south. You're going to have a scene when you get past the bones here. And you're going to follow your friend straight south past the shoes here into the entranceway. Walk toward your friend for a quick scene. And then go and interact with her to get her back. Head down and to the left to find Victims' Memoirs number 2 in the corner, so interact with them. Walk towards the exit of the room and make a temp save before you exit out. When you're ready, walk up and immediately hold down so you walk back into the entranceway. Again, make a temp save, and we're going to exit to the north and hug the left wall. and you should be able to sneak by the ghost. That ghost patrols this hallway basically for the rest of this chapter, so just keep in mind if you enter this hallway from now on, there is a chance that you will be captured if you stop paying attention. Although the AI is really dumb and tends to get stuck on the holes in the floor. So, of course, while we're over here, we're safe. Just keep that in mind, though. Anytime we enter this hallway, I will be pointing out that you can be captured, but it's not a bad idea to make a temp save every time you're about to enter the hallway. Once you get into the staircase over here, you are safe, so go ahead and feel free to save if you want to. When you're ready, we're going to take the stairs up. Continue to the north, ignore that first entrance to the classroom, and we're going to take the second one here. Head to the northwest corner and interact with the door behind the cabinet. Select yes to use the nail puller, and then go inside. Head to the southwest corner to interact with Victim's Memoirs number 3, and then interact with the pulley and select yes to trigger it. That will allow us to reach a pulley in that room where the ghost first was, so we have to return there now. So exit out of the room to the southeast. We're going to exit out of this room in the northeast, and we're going to head south back to the staircase. Again, you can either candle save or make a temp save, whatever you feel is necessary here. I'm just going to do a temp save. And actually, if you do this right, you're really not in any danger at this point. The ghost is very dumb. So go straight up and walk to the right, and then just when you get about here, go slow because the ghost will appear, and we're going to lead him all the way back just to be safe. You could probably use the gap there to get around him. Stay up and nearby so he doesn't get caught, and then go all the way down over to here, and when he starts to come near you, just run to the left and go around him. Easy peasy. Make your way back to the intersection. Don't dilly-dally, because while the AI is stupid, there is a chance it could follow behind you and catch up to you if you get distracted. We're going to go up at the intersection, take it all the way up, take a left at the intersection, and when we get back to those red bones, we're going to enter the classroom here. We are safe momentarily inside here, so go ahead and walk to the left. And interact with the pulley. Yes. When you pull the mechanism, you'll get a quick scene of a bridge opening up. Don't walk too far to the right here. Go ahead and make a temp save. And once you get to where the wooden walkway is, the ghost is going to appear. Now, the timing here is very tight. You might die here. Heck, I might die trying to show this off to you. This is where, if you can get the trigger to walk through the ghost, I highly recommend you do it. If you can get it to work, give it a shot. If you do get captured by the ghost, you actually just break the power stone, and that's fine. So don't worry about that too much. You have to get hit twice to die here, so you can just walk through them if you want to. I try to avoid them. Once you trigger the scene, go up and left. When he comes up at you, walk to the left and go down, and you can get around him. You can also walk into him, and that will kill your power stone, but we don't really need that for anything. Exit to the right and keep walking down into the right, and he will follow you out into the hallway. But again, he's an idiot. So you are basically safe here. We're going to go back the way we came. Give me a second to catch up here. Okay, we're going to walk right and take a down at the intersection. So go down at the intersection, go past all the bones, and when we get to the shoes, you'll see the new path we created. So walk to the right and go across it, and then go down in the corner here to go up the staircase. You're now safe. The ghost is no longer following you, but he is still patrolling that hallway if for some reason you go back in without following my walkthrough here. Go up the stairs, and you're going to walk north for a scene where another candle gets placed. Feel free to save if you want to. You might remember this is outside the infirmary from Chapter 1. We're going to follow this path all the way north to get back to the staircase that leads up to the bathroom. You'll notice that the corpse isn't in that corner this time. Again, that has to do with the story. Not going to bother with it. Feel free to read through if you want to. Go up the stairs here. Interact with the bones in the corner, and that will get you name tag number... is that 11? Did I miss one? Let me just make sure. Nope. Okay, yep. Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss one. That should be name tag number 11. Head up the floor to the restrooms. Immediately to the south, interact with victims memoirs number 4. Just an FYI, we are going to be temp saving before we read the final victim's memoirs because it triggers a bad ending. There is a dialogue prompt, so you can't read it and die without intending to. Just warning you now. Walk left and head toward the women's restroom because the men's one never gets entered. We're going to go into the bathroom. You'll get a quick scene. And then we're going to walk all the way to the left and then exit to the right. Sorry about that. I tried to leave. Walk to your partner again for a scene. Choose whatever option. I'm going to choose the top one again. I do recommend you choose the one I choose because sometimes the dialogue can change. When you regain control, just walk left. She doesn't do anything to you, so you're not in any danger. Walk back into the bathroom and walk all the way to the left to be sure it registers, and then try to exit. You'll get a lengthier scene compared to what we've been going through. And then you will eventually regain control. We're going to walk to the right and exit to the north. And we're going to go down the stairs and walk south all the way back to the infirmary. After the scene, you can enter the infirmary. And then walk to the left to exit. That should pop achievement number 12 of 50, Faded Star. Walk down and right to have your partner rejoin you. We're going to make a temp save because we're heading into that hallway with the ghost. Just an FYI. Exit into the lower hallway. Walk to the left, and you'll run into the ghost, but he's pretty easy to avoid here. I almost died anyways. Walk north at the intersection. And we're going to go right at the intersection up here. All the way. Skip past the doors here. And we're going to grab the object next to the body. You don't have to interact with the body. So press yes to pick up the festival doll. And that will pop achievement number 13 of 50, which is body snatched. Feel free to temp save here if you want to, because the ghost is following you. Now head back to the left. The ghost should pop in somewhere over here, but it might have gotten stuck. Or stuck somewhere like there. So if it does, you just kind of have to go with wherever it shows up and get around it. The floor is pretty wide, so there are plenty of opportunities. Continue south to the intersection and hang a left. We're going to go back, excuse me, to this left side and enter the staircase. You can save here, but we're almost done with the chapter, so it's entirely up to you. Exit up the stairs and walk north. But before you get into the entrance up here, go ahead and pause using Y and make a temp save. This is the final victim's memoirs, and it is going to kill us. Go ahead and read it, and then you'll have to interact with it again and select read it again. This will give us, if you didn't die at all yet, that's ending number 2. If you got killed by the ghost or by the boss in Chapter 1, it might be ending 3 or 4, but for the sake of our counter here, I'm just going to call it ending number 2. Let it play out and bring you back to the main menu, and then we're going to go to the resume option and select Chapter 2. Now go ignore the notes and walk north up the stairs and grab the doll's head here. Select yes. That will unlock achievement number 14 of 50 using your head. We're going to exit the staircase, and we're going all the way south back to the other staircase. Again, feel free when you get down here to temp save for safety, because we are going out into the hallway with the ghost. And I'm going to treat this just like I did the first time. Walk to the right, let the ghost show up. You might be able to get past him right here, but I just try to make it safe. And then we'll go around him. We need to go all the way east across the hallway, so we're going to go straight right at the intersection over to this other side and enter the staircase over here. Again, you're safe once you enter the staircase. And go ahead, walk north, and then enter the infirmary on the right. You're going to have some scenes here, and then you'll either automatically exit the infirmary or you have to walk left. I can't remember off the top of my head. When you're outside, walk north for some more scenes, and this will end the chapter and unlock achievement number 15 of 50, the lurking threat. That will be ending number 3 of 15, assuming you haven't died. And that unlocks chapter 3, and then you can press A to return to the main menu. We should be at 11 name tags, 3 endings, and 15 achievements for 189 gamer score. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and choose Chapter Select, Chapter 3, and New. And we do have to view the opening for this chapter, so go ahead and select Yes, because it has an achievement. When the phone pops up, and during the ensuing scenes, press A on it. Here's the phone, so press A. And after the scenes run for a bit, you're going to pop achievement number 16, Horrible Night for a Curse. Eventually, you'll gain control of your character. And again, I think either option works here, but I choose the top one. We have to try anyway. And now we're going to exit to the northeast into the familiar hallway. Again, most of the layouts tend to be the same, so it's just the floors have different gaps in them often. We're going to head up north, and we're going to enter the classroom because we can't get to the staircase there. That's one of the differences from chapter to chapter, or even person to person sometimes. Into the classroom, we're going to take 8 steps to the left and head north. You're going to get a scene there. Interact with the bones and select Read It. and then interact with the bones again to get name tag number 12. Go straight up and there's a candle, so go ahead and save. And then up and left from the candle is a body with name tag number 13. Now walk to the right and we'll exit to the northeast here. And walk right for a memoir. We're not going to get the memoirs. Or actually, I apologize, we are. So interact with the memoirs to get memoirs number 1 of 5 and interact with the... that'll also give you name tag number 14 of 30. I had cut this out. We weren't going to do the memoirs and then we chose to do it. So, just an FYI. That's why I'm confused here. We have to do it because the second one triggers progress in the plot. So, we're going to walk to the left now and re-enter the classroom. That's right, I had to figure that out. I was trying to figure out the triggers for everything, and you have to get the memoirs to advance in the story for some reason. But we don't get them after the second one. So after the scene here, we're going to choose the second option here. We'll be okay, Yuka. I think both of them work, but again, try to keep up with the choices I have made. We're going to head all the way south until we get to the gap in the floor. This part can be a little finicky, just an FYI. And we're going to enter the door on the left. We're immediately going to exit and walk north. You'll get a quick scene up here. And then walk into the entrance in front of you. And now we're going to exit again and walk to the south. And enter into the classroom. Now this should trigger a scene about the loose, or an item that's moving back and forth, the loose board. But if it doesn't, you might have to go to the other side. And your positioning will be different. So I apologize if that does not work the same way for you. I think if you interact with different things, it can screw that up. So if you follow along with me, it should work this way. Just an FYI. We're going to walk to the left and stand right here. And then hit A like that so that you leave Yuka there. Now we're going to exit to the southeast. And head up. And we're going to enter the other classroom door, and a scene will play. When the dialogue option pops up, we're going to select Take It to get achievement number 17 of 50, Charmed. Just wait for that to pop. There we go. Now we're going to walk south and interact with the gap, and we're going to select Yes to place the loose board. Continue south into the entrance down here and walk south for a scene, and magically the floor appears after the earthquake. So continue down the stairs. That also pops achievement number 18, Future Unknown. And we're back into that big hallway. The ghost is not here right now, so you're safe. Interact with the bones here. And then interact with them again to get name tag number 15. And then we're going to head east to the intersection. At the intersection, we're going to go down into the entranceway. Ghost is right there. Again, just make sure you don't walk up making eye contact with him, and you'll be fine. He's not following you around like he was in, or like the ghost was last chapter. When you get into the entranceway, you need to walk straight down and to the left. We have to read the victim's memoirs. This is the trigger for opening the walkway to the next area of the school. Slight spoilers there, I guess. But if you don't do this, that doorway doesn't open. So that's why we have to do this. But we aren't going to continue getting the memoirs after this. So once you have it read, go back and exit to the north. Make sure you don't walk into the line of sight and stare into the boy. Just walk across, hold X to skip the text, and after you get past, we're going to go up the staircase over here. We're going to follow the stairs up. and we're going to go all the way north into the stairwell. This should all seem rather familiar, although the layout is a little bit different. And by that I mean the gaps in the floor. Go all the way up into the entrance, into the stairwell. We're going to interact with the body here. That will be name tag number 16. And then interact with the item, select yes to get an unknown key. Go back down the stairs. Don't go all the way up, and return south. We're going to head back to the infirmary. There is a door here, and I have no idea if it's even used. We don't use it in our walkthrough. I can't remember what that was from. If it actually has anything to do with anything. We're going to go down to this door, which is the infirmary, and interact with it to open it up and unlock achievement number 19 of 50, Heart Pains. Go inside to get a brief scene. And as you continue to the right, we're going to save at the candle. We're going to continue up and around to the beds to get a scene. Choose if you insist, the top option. Again, I think both can work, but I've noticed little things can change if you choose different dialogue. So if you want things to go exactly as they do in the video, follow along with me. As you walk right, a newspaper is going to pop in. Go ahead and interact with it and select yes to read it. And now we're going to exit the infirmary to the southwest to get a scene. Grab the purple orb to the north. Yes. To pick it up. And we're going to go all the way back north to the staircase. Very ominous that our flashlight does that as we go through the dark corner. Go up the stairwell all the way this time to the next floor where the bathrooms are, and you'll never guess where we're going to head. You'll get a scene here, and then you're going to walk to the left and enter the women's restroom. Well, you're not going to. Once she comes out, run back inside behind her and walk to the left to see the floor is entirely gone. You're going to exit, have a quick scene, and then we're going to walk to the right, and lo and behold, we're going to try the men's restroom. Interact with the door and select yes to use the nail puller. We're going to go inside, and we're going to walk all the way left to read the victim's memoirs. I apologize. Maybe we are doing that this playthrough. I don't remember. Guess we'll find out. So make sure you read the victim's memoirs and exit the bathroom. We're going to walk to the right and exit to the stairwell and go down to the lower floor. Walk south for a quick scene here and then continue south for another one. When you regain control, continue south all the way down to the intersection, to the staircase, and go down the stairs. The ghost should be gone now, so we're going to walk all the way to the west. At the intersection, continue to the west, and we're going to go into the stairs over here. Go up the stairs, and we're going to go into the upper classroom entrance, so ignore that first one and enter the second one here. And then go to the northwest corner, and we're going to use the nail puller on the cabinet. Hit yes, and that will open it up and get you a tiny key. Exit to the east here. Walk south to go back to the stairs. And walk all the way to the right. At the intersection, continue to the right. And there's going to be a new path open over here. Continue to the right and interact with the bones up top to get name tag number 17 of 30. interact with the door and select yes. That'll use the tiny key to unlock the door, and then you can go enter. You'll get a quick scene out here. I don't know how quick it is actually. You get a scene. And walk right, and we're going to enter the new section of the school. Go ahead and walk down and to the right to find a candle, and we're going to go ahead and save in a new slot here. And now we're going to exit to the southwest here and interact with the double door above us. Go inside and walk left for a scene. Again, the restrooms are unavailable. That's apparently all this game is. And we're going to exit back to the east. Exit to the northwest to get to the stairwell. We're going to go down one flight, so we're going to walk down. This stairwell is basically like stairs front to back, if you want to picture it that way. If you're going toward the screen, you're going down the stairs. If you're going away from the screen, you're going up the stairs. It's basically how I picture it anyways. So go down a few steps and take a left to go down a single flight. We're going to interact with the body here. That'll give us name tag number 18, and that's Victims Memoirs number 4 of 5. Now we're going to go up the 3 flights of stairs. So 1, 2, and 3. And enter the doorway on the right here. It's a little dark, so try to keep with the video here. Exit to the southeast over here. And then we're going to cross this hallway and exit to the east to get into a small hallway. We're going to walk to the right and go down. And there will be an opening on the right that we need to enter. It's very dark in here, so just walk to the right to trigger a scene. And then go a space up and walk right and talk to the person. We're going to exit to the left and then walk up to trigger a scene. Then we're going to walk left and follow that person. And go ahead and talk to her. Exit to the southwest here. And then exit to the west. A quick scene is going to happen, and we're going to exit back into the room we were just in. So walk to the right, and we're going to interact with the double doors over here with all the paper because the floor got fixed. After the scene, we're going to exit back to the stairs, and we're going to go down 2 flights. So we're going to take a few steps down and to the left and go down 1 and 2 flights and then exit to the right over here. Exit to the southeast, which will bring us back to the original entranceway of this new building. And if you want to save, you can, but I don't here. Go ahead and walk up to the doorway for a scene. When you get outside, you're going to walk to the left to trigger a scene and immediately walk right. You'll be back inside the school, and you will unlock achievement number 20 of 50, Fear and Loathing in the Halls. Again, feel free to save if you want, but you're not really in any danger here unless you're exploring on your own. Exit to the west, and then we're going to exit west again to get to the stairwell again. Go up a few steps and take 2 flights up and exit to the right. We're going to exit right again, and this will trigger a scene. Don't move after the scene. Let him walk into you. That will pop achievement number 21 of 50, Reunion. Whenever you're ready, we're going to exit to the left. And then we're going to exit to the northwest. go down and exit, or take 2 flights of stairs down, excuse me, and then exit to the right. You'll get a quick scene when you enter the next room, and then walk to the right again, and again you should get a quick scene when you enter this next room. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. We're going to exit to the north. And unfortunately, the ghost is still out here, so walk back to the right after walking to the left. And now we're going to exit to the southwest. That will trigger a scene, unlocking achievement number 22, Unexpected Encounter. Go ahead and use the candles to save here this time in the 4th slot. Walk to the left and go up in between these 2 cabinets and read the paper here. You have to do this for something to pop up later. Again, another trigger that you may never have seen. Give me 1 second here. I apologize, my TV sleep timer came on and I couldn't see the screen. Okay, so we're going to go back down and we're going to walk right from the candle for a scene. All we're going to do is walk right and interact with the shelving, and then we're going to exit to the right. We're going to walk to the right and walk down, and as you do, a scene will happen of a door locking. When it does, walk back up, and you'll notice the little pause there. That means it opened back up, so walk back south and enter the room on the right. We're going to go 3 steps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up, and 5 to the right. Press A to interact with the cabinet that's fallen, and then walk down to the gap, walk to the right, and press A to interact with the desk here. This is where you get the blessed shoes. And if the shoes aren't here, that means you didn't interact with the paper in the entranceway. Go ahead and press yes to pick them up. And return to the door. You're going to have a quick scene along the way, and then exit to the southwest. We're going to walk straight left this time, and we're going to go into the entrance above to another stairwell. We're going to go up a single flight of stairs to find a body, interact with the body for name tag number 19, and then go up another flight and exit to the right. We're going to follow the path to the right, then head up, and at the gap we're going to continue going up, and we're going to walk straight across the green things. We got the blessed shoes, we are fine. Interact with the purple orb, that's going to get us the crystal of unsealing when we press yes, and then we're going to go back down to the intersection and take a left here. We'll exit on the left side, and in this room we're going to interact with the body once, and then interact with the body again to get name tag number 20 of 30. We're going to exit to the left here and interact with the paper doors to get a scene. I think you just have to walk into them. And then you interact with them, excuse me. So yeah, you walk into them, I gotta make a note of that in my walkthrough. Walk into them to make the papers go away, and then you interact with the door for a scene. You will regain control of Satoshi, and when you do, press Y to make attempt save. Walk down and to the left for the final victim's memoirs. Go ahead and read it. And that will kill you and get you ending number 4 of 15. Again, assuming you haven't died on your own in some of those chase scenes. That gets us to ending number 4. Once everything loads up at the main menu, press A. We're going to go to resume and choose the chapter 3 temp save. Now we're going to go down and to the right and down, slightly right, and then to the left here. To reach the mini DV tape, hit yes to pick that up. Walk all the way right and interact with the paper in the corner and hit read it. This is a trigger. And then go to all the way back to the northwest corner and try to interact with the door to end the chapter. That'll pop achievement number 23 of 50, back to who you care for. Get you ending number 5 of 15, and as you can see, we're finishing the chapter in just under 20 minutes. That unlocks chapter 4, extra chapter number 2, and then you can press A to advance back to the main menu. You should have 19 name tags, 5 endings at least, and 23 achievements for 273 gamer score. One sec, I gotta correct a typo. Okay, there we go. On to chapter 4 now. In this chapter, we actually start with a wrong end, and then we're going to restart the chapter. It's one of the wrong ends we need to unlock specific extra chapters that I use. So we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of right away. It is rather involved, but we do need to do this. So go to Chapter Select, Chapter 4, and hit New. You don't need to view the opening for this chapter. When you regain control, we're going to walk all the way north down this familiar hallway. You know where we are. We're going to continue all the way north and head up into the stairwell. When you get into the stairwell, continue up for a scene, and then you're going to walk to the right and interact with the cell phone. Hit yes to unlock achievement number 24 of 50, Screams of Woe. Go left and head up the stairs. It's extremely dark, so walk down 3 steps and walk all the way left until dialogue starts. We're going to go left, I think it's 3 spots, and go straight up. Nope, it's 4. We're going to enter the women's restroom. Again, it's very dark. You can skip all the text as you walk left. When you get to the 3rd door, you'll get text to spin around. Go ahead and leave. It won't let you leave, and now you need to walk back to that 3rd stall and interact with it. Interact with it again and choose kick in the door. And then we're going to have to interact with her one more time. Choose try to hold her up. This is going to be gruesome, just an FYI. Hoist her on your shoulders, and then try to stand on the bucket at feet. We kill our friend and exit out the bathroom. Go straight up when you regain control to re-enter the bathroom and walk into the stall again for a scene, and then exit to the east. Now we need to walk all the way right. Again, it's still pretty dark, but you should have a basic idea of the layout. We're on the bathroom floor, and we're going to exit the stairs. Go down the stairs to the lower floor, and we're going to go south all the way to the other stairwell. And once we get to the other stairwell, continue down the stairs and walk to the right where the exit to the other building was for a scene. When you regain control, go back down into the stairs and follow them up, and we're heading back to the infirmary. Walk up to the person for a scene, and then exit to the southwest. We're going to exit to the south. We're going to go down the stairs. We're going to head to the west here and follow the path as it bends north. And then at the intersection, we're going to take a right. Enter the first door here and immediately exit to the right. And then walk to the right and enter the other classroom door here to get a scene about how the item is moving and we need another person. I'm not actually sure if this is necessary, but since we're over here, we're doing it anyways. Walk to the right. And over here, grab the purple orb, which is Seiko's cell phone. We're going to head back to the left. And when we get to the intersection, we're going to go south. We're actually heading all the way back to the infirmary, if you know the way. But we're going to follow this south and then head back right at the intersection down here. And then take well, we have to go south because the path to the other building isn't open. Go into the stairs and follow them up and return to the infirmary on your right here. Walk toward the person in here again and choose no. And then we're going to exit to the southwest for a scene. Just skip through everything, you get another scene here, and eventually you will finish the ending, and that's ending number 6 of 15, again assuming you didn't die to one of those ghosts earlier on. You might have more endings, it really doesn't make a difference. That unlocks extra chapter number 3, which is what we did it for. Then hit next to get back to the main menu. You're going to hit A, choose chapter select, chapter 4, and we're going to start a new run. You don't need to view the opening again. When you gain control, we're gonna be following basically the same path we did. And we're just not going to fuck up when we're trying to save our friend, really. So walk all the way north into the stairwell, skipping through the scenes. Continue down for another scene, pick up the phone. Yes. And then head to the left to go up the stairs. Again, it's extremely dark, so walk 3 steps down and walk all the way left until dialogue triggers. And then if I remember correctly, we're going to take 4 steps to the left and walk up to get to the bathroom. We're going to walk to the left until that 3rd stall, and we'll have a bunch of scenes happen. We're going to walk to the right to try to leave, and it won't let us. Walk back to the left to the 3rd stall. Interact with it once, interact with it twice, kick in the door. Interact again. Try to hold her up, hoist her up on shoulders, and reach behind to unfasten. Either option is fine. I choose no need to apologize. I don't honestly think it matters here. Eventually you end up back in the infirmary. We're going to use the candle to save once we get back over here. So walk back to the southeast and use the candle to make a save. Go ahead and exit to the southwest, because leaving your partner alone in this building is always a good idea. Walk south to the staircase. In the staircase, we're going to interact with the bones for name tag number 20 of 30, and continue down the stairs, skipping the text. We're going to walk into the wall on the right. Again, it might automatically trigger, I'm not sure. I think it sends you that way, and then you have to continue the rest of the way. Interact with the third stall here for a name tag, and then interact with the fifth stall here for a name tag. Those are numbers 21 and 22, and then we're going to exit to the right. After the scenes play out, when you regain control, we're going to interact with the body nearby. That gives us name tag number 23 of 30. Walk to the left, and we're going to take the path down at the floor gaps here to get into the staircase. Head to the left and up the stairs, and we're going to walk north and enter the infirmary. You'll see the cursed doll on the bottom here. Go ahead and interact with it. Yes. And then go ahead and make a candle save using the candle in the southeast. In a new slot, of course. We're going to exit to the southwest and then head south to go back down the stairs. After the scene, head to the left. When you get to the intersection, we're going to continue to the left. And then in the upper left corner over here will be a body. Go ahead and interact with it to get name tag number 24, and then exit south into the staircase. Continue up the stairs. We don't need to save because we just did. As we walk north, continue all the way north, and you'll get a scene. And after the scene, we're going to enter the classroom to the right. Walk left for scenes that unlock achievement number 25 of 50, searching for him. And then when you regain control, you're going to exit to the southeast. There's the achievement. We're going to walk south all the way down to the stairs and take the stairs back down to the lower floor. Along the way, a quick text box happens as you pop out, and we're going to walk right to the intersection. Again, I was watching the guide, walked right into a floor gap. When you get to the intersection, walk north. You'll run into a body and a piece of paper on the left. Interact with both of them. That will give you name tag number 25 and name tag number 26. Continue north to another intersection, and we're going to head right here. Ignore the blue or the red flame, excuse me. Normally, I would direct you to go to the red door over here, but we just need to interact with this panel. So just stand here where I am, hit A on the wall, and hit yes. You'll get an item after the scene. And now we need to head all the way back to the infirmary. We're going to head west to the intersection. Head south. Some quick text pops up as you continue south here. And then head east at the intersection. And head south over here at the floor gaps to enter the staircase. We're going to go up and enter the infirmary on the right. Make a temp save here just in case. I don't think you're in any danger, but you are interacting with a ghost here. So walk up toward the bed, and then once the spirit appears, walk all the way left and look up into their eyes. You're going to choose yes to give him the item. And you'll regain control of Satoshi. Walk left for a quick scene, then follow the path left as it winds north all the way to the intersection. take a right at the intersection, and we're going all the way to the red door that I mentioned in our previous section that we don't walk to. It's the easiest way to kind of line up where you're at. That's the red door there. We're going to interact with the purple orb here, which is Psycho's, let me pronounce that right, Seiko's cell phone. And then we're going to return all the way back to the infirmary. So head west to the intersection, south, and then you'll follow the path as it bends back east. Then head south to go into the entrance, or staircase, excuse me. Take the staircase up and walk north to get a scene. Your friend is out in the hallway. Surprising she's not dead, because that seems to happen whenever you split up with your friend in this game. And now we need to return all the way back to the red door again. So head south down the stairs. Remember that classroom we entered that we needed a second person for in the wrong ending? That's where we're heading. So head down the stairs, follow the path left as it bends back north. Once we get to the intersection, we're going to take a right and enter the left door. So take a right there, enter this door, and immediately exit. Then walk to the right, enter this door, and you'll get the little scene about blah, blah, blah. So go ahead and stand where I stand over here. It should be right there. And leave your partner there, exit to the northeast. You know the drill. We're going to the other door. Once you get inside, walk to the left. You might not even have to, and a scene will play. And you'll get the custodian's key and unlock achievement number 26 of 50, Fleeting Light Redux. We're going to walk right to the red door now and interact with it. Hit yes. And then go up to go inside. We're going to interact with the TV in the northeastern corner. And then a piece of paper will spawn, and we're going to read that. Hit yes in order to do so. When you regain control, go ahead and save using the candle in the bottom right, because it's been 6 minutes since we have. We're going to exit the infirmary and walk south to the staircase. Then continue down the stairs and head west to the intersection. When you get to the intersection, head south to head into the entranceway. You have to do this for the doll to let you know where you need to go, otherwise the interact point doesn't work. So head back to the intersection, leaving the entranceway to the north, and take a left. We're going to head back this way. Enter the stairs over here. Go up the stairs, but don't move when you exit the stairs. We need to go up 4 tiles here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn left and interact with the board here. Select yes. And that gives you the winder. We're going to head north. Ignore the first door on the left and enter the second classroom door on the left. Walk to the northwest and enter the doorway here. You can interact with the 2 bodies here to get name tag number 27 and name tag number 28. Then interact with the pulley. Hit yes, and then you're going to have to interact with it again and hit yes again. This actually stumped me my first playthrough, because I was like, I hit the pulley, but nothing changed. Didn't realize you had to hit it twice. So you'll get the scene of a passage opening right down the stairs. We're going to exit to the southeast, and then exit to the east, and then walk all the way south into the staircase. I recommend making a save here just to be safe. So we're going to use the candle. There is a ghost patrolling the hallway, but we're not going to be going anywhere near them, just on the off case that something glitches and they spawn in front of you or something. But it shouldn't come anywhere near you. So exit down the stairs and then walk left into the new door there. You'll get a scene in here. When you regain control, we're going to exit to the southwest, so walk left and down. And then we're going to walk left and up around the pool to trigger another scene. She's going to leave you. We're going to walk to the left and follow the path all the way around the pool here. Every pool in a horror game is just the most delicious looking water that has ever existed. Go down the stairs and interact with the door here. You'll find that it's locked, so we're going to walk left and make our way back around the pool to a purple orb. Feel free to temp save here before you pick this up. It's not really a big deal, but on the off chance something went wrong here, go ahead and hit yes. I think you have 2 minutes. You have plenty of time to do what you need to do, but it's not a bad idea. You get the pump room key, but before we can use that, we need to go check on our friend. So, as you can see, a timer has started. Walk up and right and back into the locker room. Walk up and to the right until a scene triggers. You realize your friend is gone, so walk left and exit to the southwest. Walk left for a quick scene, then follow the pool around, and you'll see a ladder here. We can get into the pool. We need to walk over to, let me make sure I have the spot right. Yes, I do. Right here. Press A and select It Is. After the scenes, you return to the locker room and unlock achievement number 27 out of 50, What Lies Beyond. When we regain control, we're going to go all the way back around the pool to that pump room door that we couldn't open. So walk left and down and head to the pump room door. Yes to unlock it and enter. It's very dark in here. Luckily, it's not too bad to navigate. Walk all the way to the right, and then walk all the way up and take one step left and look up. Hit A on it and select yes. That'll unlock achievement number 28 of 50, Drainage Dilemma. Go straight down and walk to the left until you get to the door. It's kind of confusing to get out, but there's no time limit, so don't worry about it. Just exit to the left, get there however you can. We're going to walk to the left, and you'll see that the pool has been drained. Go down the ladder here, go straight up to get body number 29 of 30, or name tag number 29, excuse me. And then we're going to walk. That's interesting. I don't know why we have 30 name tags. We should only be at 29. Not sure how that happened. Either way, walk up, interact with this spot in the pool here, and select yes. That will get you a handle. The rusted valve wheel, excuse me. Getting that name tag achievement screwed me up because we should be one short. I'll have to figure that out later. Go down and to the right to use the pool ladder to get out and walk back into the pump room. This time we're only going to walk 5 steps right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and look up and press A. Hit yes. And then walk left to the exit, and we're going to use that same ladder to go back down into the pool. Walk north, and you'll see a purple orb over here. Interact with it. And then interact with either of the bodies here. You can interact with both of them if you want to. And that will be name tag number 30, which should unlock achievement number 29, Memorial for the Departed. I'll have to figure out why I have an extra name tag. But I'm not entirely sure why I do. I'll have to figure that out later. Either way, you got the achievement. Again, if you didn't, I'm not going to be pointing out name tags from now on, except for that room in Chapter 5 where you have 10 of them. If you don't have the achievement, feel free to interact with bodies along the way. Just keep in mind that occasionally you can die from interacting with bodies, or it can set up something that may alter how the walkthrough runs. So I recommend not going out of your way too much and just waiting for that room in Chapter 5. Anyways, once we have that item, you can exit to the northwest pool ladder and walk back to the locker room. We're going to exit to the northeast. Do be careful. Feel free to temp save here if you want to, because there is a ghost patrolling the hallway, but we're not going up the hall where they are. We should be fine. We're just heading east across the lower section, and they're actually in the hallway in the center, so we should be fine here. So we're going to walk east all the way to the other stairs that lead up to the infirmary. So the ghost is up to our north there, and we shouldn't run into them at all. You'll get a scene over here, so follow the ghost. And in the stairwell, you get another scene, and eventually we'll get another item. Go down the stairs, so back the way you came. We're going to take a left to the intersection, and then we're going to walk north to where the ghosts are. They're no longer patrolling, so you're safe. Walk up for the scene, then walk up after the scene, and you're going to choose yes. This will play some scenes and unlock achievement number 30 of 50, tongue-tied. After the scenes, you're going to go check on your classmate. And then when she walks around, you're going to walk over to her and interact with her. Again. Walk straight up from her to trigger a scene here. This can be a bit confusing if you don't trigger this scene. And then walk northeast and interact with the door. Now, if you get a notice about what time it is, something isn't right. So try interacting with your friend again and walking to that north from her into the center of the classroom. If you get a notification that there's a whatever time of day it is, then this scene won't trigger. You need to have talked to your friend and interacted or triggered that scene in the center of the room for this to work. I just want to make note of that because on my first scene I couldn't get this to work. So keep interacting with things and then interact with the northeast door until this scene triggers. If for some reason what I told you to do didn't work. It has every time for me though. Just an FYI, this scene is one of the most gruesome things I've ever seen in a video game. If you are interested in that sort of thing, I recommend watching it. We're going to skip it, though. Because, yeah, it's pretty gross. After all the scenes play out, you're going to unlock achievement number 31 of 50, Return and Pursuit. And you'll end the chapter. You'll notice we're coming in under 20 minutes once again. That'll give us ending number 7 of 15. And we unlocked Chapter 5, Extra 4, and we'll press A to continue. Get back to the main menu, press A, and you should have more than your 30 name tags now. You should have gotten that achievement, although, again, the timing was one earlier than I expected it to be. You should have 7 or more endings, and you should have 31 achievements for 403 gamer score. And we're on to the final chapter. This one will take us a little bit longer, probably closer to 25 minutes, maybe 30 if we fuck up some things, but we'll see how it goes. Go into Chapter Select and choose Chapter 5, New, and you don't need to view the opening, but if you did enjoy the gruesome scene to end Chapter 4, the Chapter 5 opening does continue it, so feel free to watch it if you want more of that. We're going to hit No, though. Just an FYI, we have a chase sequence coming up, so either watch the video so you know what I do, or make sure you're pausing regularly with start, because it does stop everything. We're going to choose the top option here. Was that you? You'll automatically run out to the left and be at the top of the stairs. The chase hasn't started yet, so you are safe here. Go ahead and walk down a flight of stairs and use the candle to save, just so you don't have to restart the chapter if something goes wrong, and then go down another flight of stairs. And prepare, because the chase is going to start when you enter this right door after a scene. So walk to the right, and you'll have a scene here. You're going to walk to the right automatically, and then the chase is going to start. Walk to the right and wait for him to come at you. And then we're going to go up and go around him and exit to the west. Keep walking to the west. We're going to exit to the northwest here. Go up a few steps and walk left, and go up 2 flights of stairs total, and exit to the right in this entranceway over here. Feel free to temp save. You do get stuck there momentarily. Feel free to temp save. In the new rooms you enter, just do walk a little bit away from the door, because he does follow you through the doors. So if you are feeling like you're in good shape, feel free to make a temp save so that you don't have to restart the entire chase if you do fail somewhere along the way. I'm going to go ahead and create one here just to be safe, but I'm not worried because I've done this multiple times now. And now I'm going to get caught for sure. Walk all the way right and exit. You'll be in the 2nd floor East Hall. We're going to walk right to an intersection and go down. You're going to pass a bust there. And you're going to take a left here. This should look familiar to you. And enter the entrance there. We're going to go all the way down the stairs here and exit to the east. Yuka pauses slightly in this entrance, but continue down into the right. Head north at the intersection. And then you're going to see a row of bodies. We're going to head to the left right below them. And exit to the west. We're going to grab the item here. Yes. And then we're going to walk up and to the left. And we are temporarily safe here. Feel free to save in a new slot here. If you really want to, there are 10 name tags along that chase sequence. You can go back and get them all. That's entirely up to you. We're going to walk left and up to exit out the door to the north. With the key we have, we just need to walk up then. You are safe in this entranceway. It's when you walk into the next building. Oh, you're not safe. Hey, who knew? So keep walking into the next building. I had never seen him follow me along the entranceway, so. We're going to keep walking to the left here, and you're going to get a scene showing you where to go. So follow the ghost down into the staircase and up the staircase and keep walking north for a scene. This will unlock achievement number 32 of 50, Corpse Mania. And achievement number 33 of 50, Shared Misfortune, when these scenes are done. When you get the choice, we're going to choose all right. We'll go back. And then when you regain control, go down and right to exit for a scene. You'll notice that the layout is quite a bit different. The colors of the floor is different. Things are generally in the same spot now, but kind of different. So pay close attention to the layout and where I tell you to go. So exit now. You're going to get a quick scene. When you regain control, you're going to head south for a quick scene and continue south into the entrance to reach a stairwell. You're going to follow that down into the next hallway. Walk to the right, you'll get a few scenes. When you regain control, you're going to exit to the west. Walk to the right, and you will eventually trigger a scene where your party or friends, classmates meet up with each other. And now you can step on pentagrams and change who you are controlling. Make sure you follow along with me, because if you step on the wrong ones, you can kind of screw things up and you won't be able to follow along with me. You might be able to just walk back on the one you just stepped on, but I don't want to mess around with that. So walk left, ignore the pentagram, and head south at the intersection. We're going to continue all the way south into the entranceway down here. Go straight south and interact with the purple notebook to get Naho's notebook 1 of 5. And choose yes to grab it. We're going to exit to the north. And then we're going to head to the west. Following it over and down to enter the staircase. As you walk to the north, you're going to see some white pages on the right, or a white page. Interact with it. This is Naho's notebook number 2 of 5. I actually don't know if it's pronounced Naho, but that's how I'm doing it. Return south. We're going to go down the stairs back to that lower hallway. And as you walk east, you're going to notice more pages to the north that weren't there. I think this substitutes as the victim's memoirs in this chapter. Go up here and interact with the pages. That's Naho's notes number 3 of 5. Now we're going to return to the west and go back up the staircase again. Continue up the stairs and go all the way north. To see a pentagram, go ahead and step on the pentagram to unlock achievement number 34 of 50, Divide and Conquer. You're going to get a scene here, and as it plays, you'll unlock achievement number 35 of 50, I Thought We Were Friends. When you regain control, you're going to walk south and to the right. Walk south and to the left. Exit to the southwest. You'll get a scene. You pick up a name tag here automatically. And you get Yuka's shoes. When you regain control, you're going to go to the northwest for another scene. I apologize, it's very difficult to say northwest, north, southwest, east, east, west, right, left, over and over and not fuck it up at some point. When you regain control, go back to the northeast and exit back the way you came, and exit to the east again. Walk right to the candle and walk up to where that sheet was we read earlier to find Yuka between the shelves this time. Go ahead and exit to the north, and then walk to the left to return to the first building. We're going to walk as far left as we can here, and we're going to enter the stairs to the south, take them up, and walk north. We're going to ignore the pentagram and walk to our left to find a pulley. Go ahead and use the pulley. That'll create a bridge there. And now go back down and to the right past the pentagram and interact with the right pedestal here and select yes to place the marble statue. Go ahead and interact with the candle and save in a new spot. And then we're going to return back past the pentagram and go south down the stairs. On the bottom floor, take a right and take this long hallway to the north. We're going to enter into the red door here and interact with the TV. And then we're going to interact with the left section of that gray closet that's above us. You can choose either option. I choose the second one, but you get sent up the ladder anyways. And once you regain control, you're going to walk left into the pentagram. We're going to walk left here. You're going to see an item on the ground, but don't take it. Interact with the bloody windows. And then go ahead and make a temp save here and go inside. We're going to interact with the sheet, and then we're going to go south until it's out of reach, or out of sight. Go one step down and go back up to see that it's moved. And then don't move. Let the model capture you. This will lead you to ending 8 of 15. Once everything plays out, you'll be back at the main menu. Oop, I apologize. If you hit X at the main menu, it launches that opening video for some reason. Go to resume and select your Chapter 5 temp save. Again, we're going to go inside the room, but this time don't interact with the model. Go all the way to the bottom and interact with the page here for Naho's notes, 4 of 5. Now go back up and exit the room to the northeast. We're going to walk right back to the intersection and go south here. And you're going to enter the opening on your left. Walk to the south as you enter and then make your way left and up to find Naho's notes number 5. Interact with them. And now we're going to exit the room. Go back the way you came. It's a little bit faster. Walk back north up to the intersection and take a left. And we're going to go past the bloody window. Again, ignore the item and go north into the stairs. Go up the stairs to the next floor and go into the room here for a scene. Pretty sure you get a name tag out of this. There we go. When you regain control, you're going to exit to the southeast and then walk right to step on the pentagram for a scene. Walk all the way to the right ignoring the bathrooms, and exit up to take the stairs down. At the very bottom, you're going to find a pulley. So interact with it, and then exit up and follow the stairs back up. Walk to the left and we're entering the women's restroom because no one ever uses the men's one. We're going to enter the fourth stall here. This will bring us back to the room with the TV. We're going to exit to the southwest and be very careful here. Don't go any further than I do because we're going to make a temp save down this hallway. I recommend stopping right about here, making the temp save. It's right at the end of the hallway that it triggers, but if you don't do the temp save early enough, you could, have to do the puzzle immediately. And it's very easy to fail this your first time. Just to pause real quick. You basically fall into a pit of insects and you have to escape in 11 seconds. This is really not enough time. As you're walking, text boxes will pop up, so hold the X button so that it removes the dialogue. And I recommend just watching the video so you see the path you have to take. You have to go up, right, right, down, down, right, up, up, left, up, left, up. There's not really a great way for me to display that on screen, and you only have 11 seconds. So even if you were watching the screen, it can be difficult to match those movements in that time frame. If you die, you die. It gives you an extra ending, and you can just reload the temp save and try again. But again, you're going to go up and then right and then down and then right and then up and then right as far as you can, then up and left and up and left and up. You just follow those as far as you can to escape. I do have a diagram up in my walkthrough that I'll link to, hopefully, in the description of this video. If not, I'll put the inputs in the description of the video. Again, it's up, right, right, down, down, right, up, right, 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 up, left, 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 up, left, and up to escape. So whenever you're ready, walk down all the way until you fall in. Just be ready to start moving. Up, right, right, down, down, right, up, right, up, left, left, up, and you're safe. That will unlock achievement number 36 of 50. Don't even want to imagine. Now we're going to walk left and down to enter the stairwell, and then go all the way up the stairs. Again, if you do fail, we made the temp save so that you can just reload and try again until you get past it. Now we're going to go to the right past the pentagram again and interact with the other pedestal here. Yes. Go inside and walk north for a long scene. Apologies, I may have bumped my mic there. When you regain control, you're going to follow the path down and you'll see a purple orb on the floor. And we're going to grab it. Hit yes on it to pick up the black cat plushie. And then we're going to walk left and head south down the stairs. Continue all the way down them, and then walk right to head to the other building. So ignore the hallway and head to the right. You'll get a scene about 2/3 of the way across. And eventually you'll grab the principal's key. And once you have it, you can continue right into the other building. Go down and exit to the southwest here. Then exit to the northwest into the large stairwell. And we're going to go all the way up this time. So up 4 flights in total. There's 1, there's 2, There's 3. And there is 4. There's a door up here. We're going to interact with it. And then walk right to go inside. I had to walk all the way around the desk to interact with the orb, so that's what I do. There we go. And once you're done with the scene, we're going to be interacting with a trap door, which is actually not very well hidden. In fact, I just ran into it. Walk 2 steps to the right and 1 up and interact with the wall. And you'll change to your other classmates. Walk to the left, ignore the classroom door, and enter the staircase to go down the stairs. We're going to walk all the way south. This will change screens on us. And then we're going to continue south and walk to the right. You're going to get a scene here, then continue right and enter the door. You're going to exit to the southeast, which is actually a doorway to another room where a scene will trigger. I choose the first option here. Again, I don't think it matters, but try to keep up with the choices I make. This will unlock achievement number 37 of 50 parting words after the scene. And then you're going to climb into the vent here, or whatever, the furnace, whatever it is, and choose keep going. This is going to bring us down into the underground area. Now pay attention to the area down here, because once we get through here, we're going to be following all the way back under a time limit. So try to remember the layouts that we take so that you don't have to keep pausing and following me. The time limit isn't too strict. If you know what you're doing, you can get it done in about 80 to 100 seconds, and you have 140 seconds in total before you fail. I'll cover that in a little more detail when we get there, but just an FYI, pay attention to the layout while you're down here. It'll make it easier on your way back. So walk to the left and then up. You're going to get a quick scene at the intersection, after the intersection here. When you go up, a blue spirit is going to appear, and we need to mimic its path. Otherwise, we'll fall into trapdoors. It might be just an automatic ending here. So we need to go right twice. So there's 1, 2, then we go to the left for 1, and then we go back to the right for the last 2, and we're safely across. Walk north and follow the path as it bends to the right. You'll get a quick scene here. We're going to walk to the right and activate the pulley. Then we're going to walk to the south and continue south at the intersection to find another pulley. Now follow the path back to that intersection and go right this time, taking the south path and following it to another pulley. We're going to go back and continue north, following the path around to, you guessed it, a pulley. Then you're going to go walk back to the right and take the path down to the next pulley. And then you have 17 more. I'm kidding, that's it. That's the last pulley. So head back and to the left at the intersection and go up to find a candle here. We're going to go ahead and make a save. And we're going to have another blue spirit puzzle here. This one isn't as complicated as it seems. Just follow along with what I do. I could probably screenshot it technically, but it'd be a little perspective would be a little bit weird. So anyways, we're going to go right to the wall. We're going to go up one section and then head to the left, back two. And then we're going to go up one more section and head right to the wall. Head up into the corner, go left twice. Go down one section, go left one section, go down twice, go left to the corner, and then go up all the way to exit. Exit to the north here. And once you do, you're going to exit or enter the door on your right. You're going to get a scene here, and once you regain control, we're going to interact with the cabinet in the upper left. And then we're going to try to exit out the southwest. You'll get a scene here. We're going to head up. We're going to take a right here. There is a candle to the left, but it's not really useful. And then at this next fork, we're going to take a left here. And follow it around to a scene. When you wake up, this is the pit of name tags. I'm pretty sure there are 10 in total, maybe 11. If you still need them, go ahead and interact with all of them. And that should pop the achievement. If that doesn't do it, then something screwed up with your save file. You can pause the game and check your name tag list and see what you have. It will tell you, if you didn't get it, it's a question mark. It'll have a name if you did. And you can see where you're at. But if you did miss some, you can use my walkthrough to get back to the points using the saves that we've made to find the name tags you still need if somehow you don't get the name tag achievement, but it should have already popped for you by now. And at the very least, it should pop in this room because a third of the ones you need are here. Exit to the southeast for a scene. And when you regain control, you're going to walk to the north for another scene, which unlocks achievement number 38 of 50, the path back home. Walk up to the candle. This is very important. This is the only candle save that is extremely necessary for our walkthrough. Interact with the candle and make a save in slot 5. Do not overwrite this save. This one has to be available. I mean, at worst, you could reload an earlier one and get back to here, but we need to have this save available to finish off our ending achievement at the end of the extra chapters when we'll come back to it. So just keep this one in mind. I will be pointing it out to you when we come back. You just have Satoshi listed there, and it is the Abandoned Bomb Shelter 3. And this is it. This is going to be the final section. We're going to have a couple of scenes and interactions, and then we have to head all the way back out of the underground section, back into the school, and we'll be running all the way outside. So we'll have 140 seconds to do that, and we have to make our way back. Just an FYI, I'll cover that more when we get to it. Exit to the northwest, walk all the way to the left and go up to be pushed back, and then go up and walk to the left to exit into the next room. You're going to have a lot of scenes here and a lot of dialogue where you have to do things exactly the way I do them. So, follow along with me exactly. That's not supposed to be funny, but it is, where the little girl ghost just walks up and starts hitting Yuka with the scissors. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I do. When you regain when the dialogue pops up, I guess is the correct way. Hit yes to offer the tongue. Just pay attention to the item that you're offering to. We don't want to offer Naho's notebook, so hit no. It's always in the same order, but just keep in mind. Offer the black cat plushie, so select yes. And then select no so you don't offer the mini DV sin tape. We're then going to chant 6 times, and you know you've done it 6 times if Satoshi's text box is below. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, and there's 6, and you'll see that Satoshi is talking below. When Satoshi comes up, hit don't chant, and then pause immediately after. This is where you're going to want to maybe watch the rest of the video so you know what you have to do. It's not very complex. In the 2 sections that had the blue flame, if you go the wrong direction, you fall into a trapdoor and you can go upstairs to exit. We're going to be using that to get through the first, or the longer one a little bit faster. If you want to just watch the video and see what I do, go right on ahead. The last time I did it, I finished it in like 87 seconds or something like that, I think. And you have 140 seconds. Every 20 seconds, a bell rings, signifying one of the sections is done. And once you get to the 7th section and the 20 seconds expires, you fail and have to try again. If you do fail, you can, reload the save, or it'll just let you do it again, however you want to do it. If you do fail, you unlock another ending anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. Again, just watch the video, see what I do, and then try to follow along. And you shouldn't have too much of a trouble. I've been talking too long. I haven't done this in a year. So go ahead, hit. We'll go back and let the scenes play out. Walk down and to the right to exit, and walk straight down. You're going to head straight down here. And then when the path goes to the right, you're going to head south at the intersection. The path will bend to the left, and you're going to head south at this next intersection. And we're already 20 seconds in. This next room is the massive maze. We're going to walk to the right and go down to fall into the trap door. Just keep holding the X button to skip any text. Walk directly right and down to go up, and then go up the next flight of stairs, and then go down outside. This is the polling area. You're going to take a right here, go all the way to the right. We're going to go down here, and at the first intersection, we're going to head to the left. There's our second bell done. Go up at this intersection and follow it around, and we're going to be back at that first blue flame room. We're going to go to the right, to the right, to the left, to the right. That's the third one done. And to the right. And then walk straight south all the way until you're back into the school. I'm going to pause real quick, just so I remember which way I need to go. Okay, yeah. We're just going straight right here. I was pretty sure I knew where to go, but I wanted to make sure. Go right at the intersection, and we're going to go all the way to the right and get back to that long red hallway. That's our fourth bell done. Walk straight down the hallway. Do be careful. There are some gaps in the floor here now. And at the bottom, you're going to head to the right to head to the old section of the school. And when you're outside, you are home free. You're going to get some scenes that will happen and unlock achievement number 39 of 50, Homecoming. And then you can just let the credits run. I don't dare mess with the credits here in case the ending doesn't trigger or save until afterwards. So we just let the credits run until we return to the main menu, which is going to take a couple of minutes. I will shut up for a bit and rejoin you when we're done. And there we go, the credits are just about over here. That is ending number 9 of 15. Again, you might have more. If you've deviated from me a lot, I guess there is a chance that you could have unlocked the ending achievement by now, but you shouldn't have. We're back at the main menu. We should have 30 name tags, so you have that achievement. 9 of the 15 endings at least, and 39 of the 50 achievements for 705 out of 1000 G. Now we just have extra chapters to do. Those are gotten to by going into the chapter select and choosing the extra chapters. We do have quite a few, but they usually don't involve any activity. You just skip through the text. So everything except for the ending achievement we have left is in the extra chapters. And I want to cover again that the ending achievement is coded weird, and I think that the extra chapter endings count for the achievement, but you have to trigger a chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 ending in order for the achievement to pop, even if you have 15. So that's why we're doing this the way we are. We skipped through the story, getting as few endings as we really could, and now we're going to get the extra chapter endings that we need, and then we're going to go back to that save at the end of chapter 5, and we're going to fuck up the ending there to get a bad end, and that should pop our achievement. So with that in mind, we're going to be doing extra chapters 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So go into extra chapter A here, and then choose extra 2. This one does have a little bit we have to do, but again, just hold X as we're going through. Exit to the east here, and then interact with the double doors to the north to go inside. Walk to the left to trigger dialogue, then exit to the east and exit to the southeast, and you get a scene that will end this extra chapter. That'll unlock your first achievement from the extra chapters, achievement number 40, Better Red Than Dead. That gives you ending number 10 of 15, and extra chapter 1 of 7 complete. We're going to head back to the main menu, go to chapter select, extra chapter A, and this time choose extra chapter 3. This is all dialogue, so just hold the X button down to finish the chapter. That finishes that, gives you ending number 11 of 15 and extra chapter 2 of 7 complete. At the main menu, sorry I hit the X button so it's starting the scene, press A, go back to chapter select, extra chapter A, and extra 4. Again, it's all dialogue, so just hold down the X button to skip everything. During it, you will unlock achievement number 41 of 50, Student Gathering Hub. That unlocks extra chapter 13. And you can head back to the main menu. That gives you ending number 12 of 15 and 3 of the 7 extra chapters required completed. At the main menu, go back to chapter select, go to extra chapter A, and choose extra chapter 6. Again, this is all dialogue, so just hold down the X button. And it should unlock extra chapter 9 and extra chapter 15 and give us ending number 13 and extra chapter number 4 of 7 completed. Was holding down the X button again. Press A at the main menu, go back into extra chapter A, and choose extra chapter 9. Again, there are no interactions here, just hold down the X button to skip through the text, but release the X button before you get back to the main menu so you don't keep doing what I do and playing the opening video. This will give you ending number 14 of 15 and extra chapter number 5 of 7 complete. This time go into chapter select and choose extra chapter B. Choose extra chapter 13. Just a note here, this omake, I don't know how to pronounce it, is more information about the characters and stuff like that. If you want to jump into it, it doesn't count towards any of the extra chapter endings, just an FYI. So, if you want some more information about things, you can go into there. But choose extra 13. Hold down the X button, and in the opening scene, you'll unlock achievement number 42 of 50. You do have a little bit to do here. This is achievement Flirt with Fear. Not very much, but more so than we have had in the previous extra chapters. When you regain control, interact with the middle blue spirit, and then select No. When you get control, you're going to walk south. You're not being chased, don't worry, even though if you read the dialogue, it says, run! You're not in any danger here. So, when you regain control, walk to the south. We're going to go down into the stairs down here. Go all the way down the stairs into the hallway and then walk east for a scene to finish off the extra chapter. This will be your 15th ending overall, and extra chapter number 6 of 7 completed. But again, you probably won't unlock the 15 endings achievement here, as I've already covered. If you do, hurrah for you, it'll save you about 5 minutes at the end. There's extra number 14 done or unlocked, and extra chapter number 13 cleared. Now we're going to go back into extra chapter B and choose extra chapter 14. And again, this one's just scenes, so hold X down to finish the chapter. This will be ending number 16 of 15, and extra chapter number 7 of 7 complete, unlocking achievement number 43 of 50, halfway point. The new chapters, which are 15 and 16, don't count for that achievement. That's why we do the 7 extra chapters, which are, in my opinion, the quickest to get done. Overall, there are some that are require less inputs, but you have to do more during the story to unlock them, so I felt like this was the best balance. Our final 6 achievements, other than the ending one, are in extra chapters 15 and 16. So go into chapter select, extra chapter C, and choose extra 15. You do have things to do in these. These are a little more involved than the other ones. Not as much as the story chapters, though. Go up the left side of the stairs, and we're going to enter the room on the right. Stand on one of the papers and interact with it, then go up and interact with the suit here, and we're going to exit, but not quite yet. Get near the door and make a temp save. You can die very easily at this part, so some spirits are going to spawn in, and you're going to want to wait like a second before you hold down, and then you should be able to go left and get around them into the stairwell, where you will be safe. The timing is really tight there. If you die, again, you have the temp save, so just reload it and keep trying until you escape that way. When you get into the stairs, a scene will play, and you'll unlock achievement number 44 of 50, Red Spirits. After the scenes, head north to change screens, then continue north, taking a right. Before you get to the bridge here, stop and make a temp save, because you have another spirit escape sequence here. And go down right away this time. Be careful as you're going down. One comes up the screen. So just make it around it and continue all the way south into the staircase. In the staircase, some scenes will trigger achievement number 45 of 50. Right about here, I think. There it is. And then you'll have some more scenes, and achievement number 46 of 50, After Effect, will unlock. Again, if you do get the extra endings by dying, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Maybe it'll unlock the achievement for you, but if not, I have a way to make that happen. That'll finish extra chapter 15. There's the achievement for doing so. That gives you ending number 17 of 15 at least. And you can hit A to return to the main menu. Load up chapter select, extra chapter C, and extra 16. Again, we have a little bit to do in this, so follow along with me. When you gain control of your character, you're going to interact with the computer 3 times total. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Now go down into the right and interact with the bookshelf, and then interact with the computer again. That'll unlock achievement number 47, Social Distancing, in the following scene here. And when you regain to the control, when you regain control, you have to interact with various things here in order to trigger the next sequence. So I interact with the door to the northeast here. Interact with the flyer, then the chalkboard, We head west and we interact with the cabinet here, and then we interact with the flyer again. That will unlock achievement number 48 of 50, and we're going to have to escape here in a second. So just kind of watch what I do. There's the achievement, contacting Heavenly Host, number 48. Now go down 4 spots, and then go to the left. We need to interact with this third desk here. You have plenty of time to do it, so just interact with this spot at the third desk, and you'll hide. And when you regain control, walk north, and then select yes to grab the plank. We're going to go up and to the right, and then enter the classroom here, and walk into the purple orb to get Ryoka's student ID. Then head north and walk to the east for a scene. When you regain control, walk to the right and enter the open door. Then walk to the left and go down to trigger a scene. Walk right, and we're going to head up to enter this opening up here. Going up the stairs, and you'll never guess where we're going to go. Head to the left and walk into the women's restroom. You'll get a couple of scenes on your way in. Walk all the way left and interact with the left stall. Then interact with the left stall again, and when you get the dialogue option, you're going to choose yes to jump out. After the scenes, you're going to walk all the way south. There we go. Walk all the way south to the infirmary. You know where we are by now. Yeah, there's a scene there. Interact with the infirmary door to go inside, and then walk toward your friend there to get a scene. I think you just have scenes to the end here. That'll unlock achievement number 49 of 50, Geranium. And that should be at least your 18th ending out of 15. And we're going to take care of that final achievement. There's the achievement for finishing the story. And when we get back to the main menu, you should have 49 out of 50 achievements, with the one being the multi-ending achievement. And again, we're going to trigger that by getting another main story ending that you should not have come anywhere close to getting if you were following along with me. If for some reason you fucked up the dialogue and didn't reload your save before you got this ending, you're going to have to find a different story ending to trigger. One that you haven't done before. I'm sorry. If you deviated that much from my guide, though, I can't help you, because I purposely saved this ending at the end of the game for this specific purpose. So go ahead and go into Chapter Select, go to Chapter 5, and choose this Abandoned Bomb Shelter 3 save, which just has Satoshi on the right there. When you take control, we're going to exit to the left and north. Walk to the left and up to be pushed back, then go up and to the left to exit the room. And skip all the scenes. You can watch the ghost hit Yuka with scissors again, which is pretty funny. I still don't know why that's so funny. Sorry. It's very gruesome, I mean. Eventually, you're going to have to do the thing where you offer the items to the ghost. And what we're going to do is select no for everything. So, no, then no, then no, then no. And that will lead you to an ending. After everything plays out, you'll get to the main menu. Extra 8 has been unlocked. And there is the final achievement. multi-ending, achievement number 50 out of 50, and ending number 19. Again, like I said, I'm pretty sure the extra endings count, but they don't trigger the achievement to pop. The achievement seems to be coded to check how many endings you have when you trigger a main story ending. So that's why we go back and save that ending to pop that achievement. You go in, there's your 50 out of 50 achievements for 1000 gamer score, and let's see how long it took us. We're 2 hours and 40 minutes without my 10-minute intro. That's 2.5 hours. That's about where I figured we'd be. If you have any questions or comments for me, as always, you can reach out to me and I'll do my best to answer them. But if not, folks, I will be continuing to make walkthroughs. I don't know what the next one will be, but I will be doing that off and on in the future. I might be hopping back to Danganronpa 2, and we'll see if I can finish that as well. But they won't be coming out nearly as often as they were in previous years. So I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys next time.